All right, and we are being joined by Advocate Chirag Nayak on the broadcast. For more on this, many thanks, Mr. Nayak, for joining us here on Mirror Now. How do you view this development, and how important do you think this decision which has been taken is really? If you could please explain that to our viewers.
Hi, Ashna. Good afternoon. I think this is a very, very welcome step, a very heartening step by the Supreme Court. It is a great service to the nation because constitutional benches decide the most critical and difficult questions of law, which not only affect the litigants, but they also affect the population, general population at large, because it affects all our rights and all our duties in the Constitution. Now, the greatest advantage here will be that the public in such high profile cases, for example, the EWS quota case, will understand the different points of view placed before the Supreme Court. And there will be an intellectual discussion between the best legal minds of the country, which any general person, any layman can watch and understand how difficult and critical a question is and appreciate this discussion, appreciate where others are coming from, because in many such cases everybody has a point of view and it becomes difficult for someone to understand where the other party is coming from. So that is one very important issue. Then this will eventually lead to a greater understanding and appreciation of the court process and a deeper appreciation for the rule of law in the country. I think this is a very, very great step.
Right, and as senior advocate Indira Jaising, she was also one of the petitioners in the 2018 for the declaration of live streaming as a part of the right to freedom of information. Had also said, there's a right to access to justice. This will also give a right to access to justice for every citizen.
Yes, of course, because everybody was relying on, second-hand reports of what happened in court. Litigants could not travel from far off places. We only have one Supreme Court in the country. So if somebody were to file a petition from Kerala, for example, would have to travel all the way to be present in court to view his case, which is not always possible. So everybody can watch their proceedings now. As the Supreme Court rightly said in the 2018 ruling, sunlight is the best disinfectant. Everybody knows there is greater transparency. Everybody knows why there are tariq pe tariq, if at all that is the case, why are cases getting adjourned, and this also leads to a greater accountability both at the bar, that is the advocates, and the bench, where everybody has to be on their top game, be prepared always, because not only the court and people in the court are watching, but the entire nation is watching you do your duty in the court.
Right. Advocate Chirag, many thanks for joining us here on Mirror Now and sharing your views.
Thank you so much, Ashna. Pleasure being here.